Hi, Clara.
Hi.
You can start.
Okay, can I start then?
Yes, yes, perfect. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. As I say again, I'm Clara Zeita, and we are going to continue with the editing class that we have the other day. So we are going to follow go to the next step. Okay. Today we're going to remember some of the things we went through last week. So we have time to remember a little bit and to make some questions if you have any. And then we will continue with the editing, okay? So, oh, I think I cannot, okay. So again, I think this is basic what we went through the other day. So what is Adobe Premiere? We saw that it's a video editing software that is similar to any other softwares that we have in the market, like Final Cut or Filmora. What can we do with the Adobe Premiere? Basically, three things. Import files. That means that we can import photos, videos, sounds, voices, music, all that kind of footage that we already shoot or someone shoot for us or we download from the internet. And we can create files inside the program as well, like text or animations. That's the two main things. The other one will be properly edit, okay? So once we have all the files together, all the resources together, we need to edit them. We need to create a narrative. We need to place once after another, and so on. We can add effects and transitions. Okay, we have time. We will go through that today. And the final step will be export a video in different formats, depending of where do you want that video to be placed. For example, YouTube or Instagram or on a website or whatever. So last week, we stuck in this point, where can I get Adobe Premiere from? What we need to know is that this is a paid application. It's not free. It's a program. It's a professional editing program, as you all know. So if we want to have the program in our computers, we need a license, and we have to pay for that license. But Adobe allows us to have a 7 days free trial. So that's good. If we want to practice for 7 days, that will be free, for free. After 7 days, we need to stop the trial and get off the program, because otherwise they will charge us the amount of money that they decide, or what we choose, okay? So for that 7 days trial, we'll need to have room in our computer, approx 100 gigabytes, okay, of room. And we will also need a credit card or a PayPal, sorry, that's a mistake, a PayPal account, because as I say, they need like a proof of payment, even if they are not going to charge that money at that moment, but uh, they need like a proof of payment, okay? They will not charge anything during that 7 days, but after 7 days, they will charge it. It's about, I went through the website before. We can check the route if you want now. Can go through the website. Can you still see the screen? I think so, no? You still can hear.
Yes, we can see. We can
Okay.
see, ma'am.
So this is supposed to be in English, sorry. It was in English actually. But what it says here is this is the free trial, okay? So if you follow the link, we go through this, and then it says we have a free 7 days trial. And then we can choose if we are students or professors, the price is lower. It's about 20 euros each month. I don't know in your currency how much it will be, but it's about 20 euros, less than 20 euros per month. So that will be the way to have the program, to have the license. Maybe through your organization, you can have a special offer. I don't know, because I don't belong to this company. But I'm sure if you get in touch with them and explain your situation as an NGO, maybe they can give you a special offer. I'm not sure. For example, in our school here in Spain, the school pays an amount per month for everyone. So we as students and professors, we have the license for free, but it is the school who is paying. So I don't know if in your case. Okay, this is just to remember how to go through it. Anyway, you have the sorry, going back. Oh, what's going on? I'm sorry about that. So let's go through where we stopped the other day, okay? It's here. Starting steps, create a project, okay? I changed the language into English. Sorry about that the other day. I was not aware of that. That was in Spanish. So this is the screen we find when we go through the program, okay? The first thing we find is this. It's like, what do you want to do? It's like asking what we want to do. You want to create a new project, or you want to open a project, okay? So here we have new project or open a project. So we are going to create a new project, so we should press this one. And once we press, we find this, the second screen is this. It's like, it's asking us two important things. The name of the project, so we can easily find it in our computer, and where exactly you want to save the project, okay? So if we follow this, we will find, so these are the 3 steps. First step, name the project. For example, in this case, we are going to lesson 2, so I will, maybe just put this name. And the second step will be save the project. I mean, like save the project somewhere in your computer. And this is very important because it's where it's going to be placed. And if you want to search the project, you will have to, go through your computer and see where the project is. I advise you to be very organized with that. So for example, you can create a folder in your computer and place it on the desktop, for example, and then from there, in that folder, you will place all the videos that you already recorded, or you downloaded, or someone, gives you the videos. And also, that will be the place to store the project, okay? So once we press this, like this icon, we will have the opportunity to choose a location in our computer, okay? So once we go to choose the location, we will find this screen. So we can go, you can search in our computer where we are going to place. I already did it. This is my folder. So I will press choose for the next step. Is that clear for everyone? I'm just remembering, just going through some points we achieved the other day. Is that fine? Hi. Is it fine for everyone?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah,
Okay.
we can hear you.
Okay. I need just some feedback sometimes to see. Okay, perfect. So now, once we are ready, we go through that, then is the time. We already place the project somewhere and we name it. So it's time to create, okay? So then we have to press this button, create. That's why I put it in big. So we already created. So now we go through another screen, which will be this one. And it's very important because inside the program, inside Premiere, you can find different, what they call workspace, okay? So what workspace means? Basically, it means the way to organize all these screens, actually. I mean, it's just that, okay? It depends of what are you going to do in the program or with the program. So you can, organize your interface in order to be easy for you to edit or to go through color correction, for example, or to go through audio or whatever you want to do. So for now, what we are going is to choose the editing workspace because it's better for us, okay? Because it's what actually we are going to do. We are going to edit video and audio. So that will be the most appropriate workspace for now, okay? So we can go through the view workspace, window workspace, and then we find this workspace. Okay, once we choose the edit workspace, you will find this kind of interface, okay? And there are a lot of windows around. So it's important to choose that we want to see the source window because the source window is where we are going to see the clip as it was recorded with no effects or nothing, okay? So once we are in this screen, we will see many windows. And if we press this, like this icon, we will be able to choose source. So we can, organize our interface based that. All of this is just an organizing methodology, okay? Just to, to make our work easier. So once we choose source, we go to next screen and then we will find this, okay? So we will have the source here. We will remember now what was the meaning of that. Then we will have, we will have the source screen. We will have the program screen. We will have the project screen down here, and then we will have the timeline screen. So that's 4 screens are the most important screens now, okay? And then we are going through it, and then you will see what's the meaning of each one, okay? So let's remember this, okay? We need the source screen. Basically, we need the program screen, we need the timeline screen, and then we need the project screen. So once we have organized all our interface, it's time to import the files, okay? Import the files that we are going to use in our project. So next screen is import files, okay? So we go through import, to file, sorry, import, and then the next screen will be something like that, okay? So it will open the opportunity, a window to choose inside our computer. Excuse me. We will have the opportunity to search into our computer the clips, the video clips, as you see here. I have many video clips. So we will have the opportunity to choose which one we want to import to the program, okay? So you will choose it and then press this button, import, and then you will have it inside the program, okay? As you remember the other day, is what we did. So once you import, as you see, once you import the files, you will see here the files in the project window, okay? So the project window, in the project window, you will always see whatever files you have import. Let's say videos, photos, whatever. You will see in that window, okay? Excuse me. So let's go to this screen. Once we double click one of the files, you will see the file in the source screen. So the source screen is to watch more clear how is the file we have imported, okay? So in this screen, we can see every file. If we double click this one, we will see here. If we double click this, we will see here, okay? Here you have the sentence, okay? Double click to have it on the source screen. And then the third thing we did was to create what we call sequence in Premiere, okay? So now we have the full, the complete scene to edit. And it's important to understand what is happening in this screen, okay? So I'm going through it, sorry. Okay, so we already have these two files that we have imported. And then what we did was to drag and drop this file, okay? To drag and drop this file to the timeline screen to create a sequence. So now, do you remember if we have a look at what we had before, we didn't have anything here, okay? Because to have the timeline, to create a timeline, we need to drag and drop one file, okay, to the screen. So once we do it, then we have what we call the timeline, okay? Today we are going, more deeply through this timeline, or what exactly means this timeline. But this is the place where we are going to actually edit our material, okay? So here, as you see, what we see here, it looks the same, but it's not exactly the same, because what we are seeing on in my case, on the right screen, which is called program, we see whatever is in the timeline. So whatever is placed in the timeline, we will see in this screen, okay? And whatever we double click here in the project, we will see in the source screen, okay? So now we understand all the interface, because we have the source screen where we are going to see our raw material, I mean, the shooting we did, the way we did it, okay? Just double clicking the clips here on the project. And then we will have the program screen where we will see the editing. I mean, all the editing that we are editing, actually, we are going to edit in the timeline. Okay? Is that clear? Because it's very important to understand this process.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So now, let me just, I'm going to stop sharing because I'm going to share now. Actually, I'm going to Premiere. So I'm going to share now. I want to share now my project in Premiere. So we are going live with that. Can you see the Premiere? I mean the screen now.
Yeah, we can see.
Perfect. A ver, okay, so now is here where we stopped, more or less, okay, the other day. So now, excuse me, we have here the source screen as I was explaining before. So now that we are going live, every time I double click the clip, I see the clip here, okay? And what I have here. So in this screen, I see the clips that are placed here in the timeline, okay? So the timeline, let's have a look at the timeline. The timeline is where we are going to edit our material. We are going to place each clip, each video clip, okay? And we are going to edit the material. If you see the clip, I think we went through this last week, but just to remember, just a quick remember. The clip has like two, has video and audio, okay? If you see it, as I move it, as I, change the position of the clip, both things are moving together because are linked, because are the same, okay? Because when we record this video clip we recorded a video and also we recorded audio, we recorded sound, okay? So if we have a look at the timeline, you see that it has like 3 lines of video and another 3 lines of audio, okay? That means that I can place clips here and I can place, for example, another clip on the top. So I will see that clip on the top instead of the one here, okay? So that means that I have all these possibilities. And I can also add more if I need it, okay? The same with the audio clips, okay? Just to, quickly understand this. And in this side, we have the tools we are going to use for the video editing. Now I'm just using the selection tool, okay? So once we create the sequence, as we call sequence this in Premiere, we just use this file to create the sequence. So we can erase it. We can just, select it and erase it easily. And then what we are going to do, the next step, is to change the name of this, because it can be confusing. We can think that it's a video clip that we import. No, it's not a video clip that we import, it's the sequence. Now we see just the image in black because there's nothing here. That's why the image here is in black, because we don't have anything on the timeline, okay? But we are going to name the sequence, for example, lesson 2, to know, to see the difference between a sequence and between the clip, okay? The files that we have imported. In fact, we have a way to see the difference also through this icon, okay? Anytime we see this icon means that this is a sequence. This is the same, okay? Whatever it will be here, we will see here too, and we will see here too. So going through how we edit, okay? If you remember from last week, what we do is we just double click this one of the clips and we navigate through the clip. You remember we were using this, let's say with this navigator, to go through the clip, okay, and choose where exactly, what part of the clip we want to be seen. I mean, we want to place into the timeline. So this is what the audience will see, okay? Just to make it more clear. So now we are going to choose what we want the audience to see. We don't want the audience to see the whole clip. We don't need the whole clip, okay? We just maybe need a piece of it. So let's choose what part of it we want. For example, we want to start at this point, just before the man goes through the, through the painting. So we can, choose using this icon, okay? And then pressing this mark. That means to mark in. Mark in means that, okay, this is fine. I want from this clip, I want just to start seeing from this part, okay? And then we choose the mark out. We want this clip to finish at this point. So as you see, as we choose it, it becomes like lighter, this side, okay? So this is the side, the part of the clip that we choose, okay? So how we place it to the timeline here? How can we place it? So there are several ways to do it. And we went through them the other day, okay? One of the ways to do it was using this icon, overwrite is the name. So if we go through this, if we press it, what we have already chosen, it will be placed here. I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm going to press it. And you see, because this icon is like a mark. Okay, so because it was here, the clip was placed here, for example. Now I'm going to put this mark in another place, and then you will see if I'm going to overwrite, okay, the clip will be placed at this point. So this will act as a input, okay, as an endpoint. Anyway, I can just move the clip wherever I want, okay? So what do we have now? We have that we have choose what part of the clip we want to place here. So then, again, okay, we have choose it. So we go from black screen because there's nothing here. That's why we have black screen. We go through play. Then when the icon reaches the clip, we will see, okay? And that's it. Everything fine? Is everyone following me in this?
Yes, yes, yes. We are following you, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Then let's go to another way to do it. Maybe this second way to do it is easier for you. I don't know. It depends, okay? Everyone, you have, it's important to choose your own way to do it. I mean, choose your own way to edit, whatever is more comfortable for you or whatever you understand the most, okay? There's not like a right way or a proper way. There's not only one, okay? There are several ways to do the same, to reach to the same point, okay? So just feel free to choose which one is better for you, okay? Or you understand better. So that was one, okay? One way to do it. Another way is once we choose the input and the output, okay? So we will follow the same structure. We just drag and drop, okay? The from the screen, so we can, you know, like press, click, and drag and drop the file to the timeline. So here we are. It's the same. Instead of using this button, I'm using drag and drop. So that's another way to reach to the same point. Okay? That's another way to reach the same point. Okay? So to make it easier, I'm going to stop with these two ways. Okay? There will be more, but I think maybe it's not, I mean, I think it's better just we keep these two options, okay, to make it easier, okay? So I'm just going to repeat again the whole procedure. I'm going to erase a clear in and out, okay? So we go through the, you know, we start from scratch. So the thing will be choose with this icon, where exactly do you want to start your movie or your clip, or what do you want to your audience to see, no? So let's imagine this is the point. So we mark, okay, mark in. If you put your mouse here, you will see down how the, you know, the letter says marking. I mean, every time you place your mouse here, it will show exactly what does it mean, okay? This button. So we marking, and then we say, okay, we will finish this, okay? At this point, more or less. So we will mark the out, okay? So now we have input and output. So the next step, what is? We have two options, so remember. One option will be to use this button, overwrite, okay? So once we press it, we just, it's like, you know, we send this file to the timeline, okay? And it's sent exactly where the this tool is placed, okay? Another way, it can be drag and drop, okay? So once we choose it, we, you know, press, click, and then drag and drop the file to the timeline, okay? These are the two, you know, the two ways of doing it. So let's go to the, to place the other clip we need or we have, which is a close-up, okay? So now we have like a wide shot showing us, you know, a room that is going to be painted, and there's this man who is going to paint, okay? But now we want a close-up. We want a close-up of, you know, how is he removing the painting? Okay, so if we see how, where the, you know, that the stick is now, okay, we're going to kind of match more or less as the same position. You know, we talked about this the other day because, you know, we try to, you know, to create a continuity, to create like, you know, something that is, you know, happening in a smooth way, okay? So let's say, for example, let's place, more or less stick at this point, okay? Then we will choose, this time we will choose the input, but I'm not going to choose the output because, for example, I'm not sure, okay? Now I'm not sure of where I want to end. So this is another possibility. I can say, okay, I will not choose the output. I have always to choose the input, the marking, sorry, the place where the video clip will start, but it's not necessary always to choose the mark out, okay? And you will see, you will know, or you will see why. So now I'm going to use this button, okay, to override. And then as you see, okay, the clip is placed just next to the other one. So now we have two clips together. So now we are starting our film. We have this wide shot, and then we go through the close-up. So we are creating a narrative, no? Then the next one maybe can be, a close-up of his face, a medium shot, or whatever. So now, why I haven't choose the output? Because, as I told you, maybe I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I choose, the output. So why I have this decision? Because I can choose it later. I mean, as you see here, when I'm close to the clip and I'm close to the edges of the clip, this is this red thing appearing, okay? I know you notice it. Okay, this red icon appearing as I'm going close to the edge, close to the ending of the clip or the beginning, okay? What does it mean, this red thing? That means that I can, make this smaller, or bigger. I mean, choose another output. That's why I haven't choose it here, because I can do it here. I can, reduce the time. I'm going to, not exactly the time, sorry, reduce the point of the mark out point, okay? So I can choose different outputs. I want to finish the clip here, or I want to finish the clip, a little bit later, okay? I want to finish the clip here, for example. Then I'm going through this, and the clip will finish that point. Or I can say, no, I want to make it longer. I want to leave the duration, the whole duration of the clip. So I'm using that marks. So that marks can be helpful too. Okay, so instead of marking the output here, I can do it here, okay? Or even better, I can say, okay, I'm going to mark the output here, okay? I'm going this time to drag and drop the clip, and I say, okay, this is my output. So my, mark out, okay? This is my mark out, okay? My marking and my mark out. So I'm going through this, marking, mark out, but I can say, okay, I'm not pretty sure. I want to mark out before. Okay, I still can use this. You see, as I'm going through the edges, I still can use this to mark different out, or even mark different in too, okay? I can mark different in. I say, okay, no, I want the in to be this, and then, okay. So now you see there's a gap between the clips, and we have to, erase the gap, because otherwise when we export this, we will have this clip, then going to black, and then going to this clip, and we don't want that. We want to have these two clips together. So one easy thing to do it is just, select the gap and then going to erase in our computer button, erase, and that's it. Okay? Any questions till now, or any? Do you want me to repeat anything?
No, for now there is no question, but I don't know if anyone have any question to ask.
For you?
For me, no question. I
Okay.
understand it perfectly.
Okay. 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 So let's go. This last thing I say is pretty new. Okay. So let's go to how we will continue this. So we will continue to going again to file, import, okay, and then will we, I don't know, import another file, for example, this one, okay. Let's imagine that during the same time this man is painting, there's another woman who is about to going to cook, so she's cleaning, she's washing her hands. So I will, import this file. I will double click, okay, and I will, mark this point in, this point out, okay, and then I will drag and drop and put it and place it just, next to the other one, okay? So now we starting having a nice edition, okay? Starting with this clip, then going to close up, and then going to another clip, okay? And I can say, okay, this is gonna be my mark out, okay? So if you remember what I say, we go to the edge of the clip and then we reduce it till this point. So now we have, okay. So let's go to one new thing, new content, which is the transitions between clips. If you see the clips, if you remember, this is a clip, one clip, another clip, another clip. I mean, clip is how we call, what's going on? This one. This is how we call the resources we import here. We call them clips, okay? So this is one clip. This is another clip. This is another clip, okay? If you see how they match together, they go through cut, what we call cut. Cut means that there's no transition between clips, okay? So as you see one and you see the other, there's no transition at all, okay? So we go through the cut. Oh, what is this? Is someone writing this?
Vera, just a minute, please. Perfect. It's like somebody, some.
I don't know what is that, sorry. And
Uh-oh.
It's
Yeah,
like
that was
it's
supposed to
like
be,
Akka that just joining to draw those rubbish.
oh, because I say it wasn't me, so I was
Yes.
um Okay,
Please don't admit anybody.
let me share. I'm going to share the screen again.
Sorry for that.
No, pass.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Okay, I'm sharing the screen again, okay? So once we have the, we're going through cutting, what we call cutting, because there's no transition between clips. Now we are going to see how we can make a transition, okay? Because for example, we can say, okay, this man is here, we have the wide shot, and then we have this close-up. But when we go through the woman, we want to use a transition because she's in another place. So we want to show to our audience that, like she's in another place. And there's a nice way to show it through a transition. So we are going through that. So how we add a transition between clips, how we can add it. So we go to, do you remember this icon here we were using before to choose the source screen? So here in the project screen, we use the icon and then we go through effects. Okay, so effects is another window that we have next to project. So we have project. We already know this window. So now we are going to effects window, okay? So in effects, we will find video transitions, okay? Video transitions is what we are going to add now. We're going to add a video transition between these two clips, okay? So we are going through a very common transition, which is dissolve. And you will see how it works, okay? What is going to happen? Instead of going through cut, okay, this clip is going to fade down, and then this or fade out, and then this clip is going to fade in. So it will be a nice transition between clips. So we will choose cross dissolve, and it's very easy to add a transition because you just, press and drag and drop. You drag and drop the transition here, and then here we are, okay? So now we are going through a transition. We're going to check what we've done. So if you look at it again, you go to play. Let's do it longer so we can see more properly. So you will see, like, let's start from the beginning. We have the wide shot. We have the close up, and then this nice transition, okay? And how does it work? Look, there's a time that we have the two images together, okay? We can see the two images together because we have one, this one is called, the A clip because we come from here, and then it's going to fade down, fade out. At the same time, the one who is coming is fading in. So there's a time where we see both clips together at the same time. And this is the time. I mean, all this is the time, okay, where we are going to see the two clips together, okay? So if we double click here, we can change the time that the two images are going to be seen together. Now, how we read this time? This is 1 second, 14 frames, okay? Because here in the timeline, we have like, as you see, 4 digits. This means hours. This 2 is related to hours. 2 minutes, 2 seconds, and frames. So this transition, it lasts for 1 second and 14 frames. If we want just for 1 second, we can change it here, okay? Press OK, and you will see how this, this line had to make it shorter. Or we can do it through this way, This is less time, so now here is more time. Also, if we go to FX control, and then we choose again the transition, we can access to the same, to change the duration if you want, to change the way is doing it, and also we want to show our actual sources. So here we can see to and change to how we want this to be done. Okay. So any question? Any questions?
Yes, Leila, please can you recap the transition? You said when we click on it,
Yes.
then we can actually keep the minutes. Then
Yes.
after the minutes, we are going back to where? That is where I'm lost.
Okay. I'm going to repeat again everything, okay? So I'm going again. I'm going back to even
Okay.
the beginning. I have erased the transition, okay? As you see, there's no
Yeah.
transition now. I have
Yeah.
erased it, and then I'm going to add it. So again, we will have to look for the FX window, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
we find it next to the project. So we go to FX window, we go through dissolve, we go through video transitions, sorry, and then we choose
Yeah.
dissolve, and inside dissolve, we choose cross dissolve, okay?
Yes.
For this
Yeah.
kind of transition, there are many of them, okay? There are many of them. So we drag and drop these transitions to the timeline
Yeah.
in the junction where the two clips are. And then we double click on the transition, and then we have here the time, the duration, okay? So if you want this transition to last for 1 second, this is second, okay? The last two numbers is second and frames. So if you want the transition to last for, let's say, 1 second and 10 frames, then we can press OK, and then it will last
Okay.
for that, okay?
Okay.
Or if you want to reduce the duration, which as you know, go to the edges and then reduce the duration like this, and
Okay.
it will be less. Or if you want more, you can add more, okay?
Okay.
And that's it. Okay, we will go through this in any kind of transition we choose. For example, it's more fat. What is taking for longer? Yeah, let's go through this, for example. Here is box. Okay, this transition, okay? This transition, what we have? We will have this main, we go through this clip, then Okay, they will be kind of box. Okay, starting from the center. That will bring the next one. Okay, that's another nice transition we can use. Okay, between clips. So here, here. Okay, and it's the same. We want to make it longer, just like this, or double click on the transition, and then let's say, okay, this is gonna be 2 seconds. Okay, okay. But now look what's going on here. I have this line in red. Okay, now maybe sometimes it can happen. That means that you need to press enter, the button enter on your laptop, your computer, to rendering, what is called rendering, okay? Because, and now this red line disappears. This means that your computer needs to make some internal process to, to be able to do what you just, you tell it to do. So now we're going to play, and then, okay, here we are. Okay. Any other questions? The moment? Oh my.
No, no. For now, I
Hi,
think.
Clara.
Because sorry, one moment. I need to charge my computer.
All right. I don't know if anyone have any question, but for me, I'm perfectly clear.
Okay. Just for the next week. I don't know which one of you have the possibility to edit some, some piece. Some work.
Um,
Yes, we are currently on that, and
Is there anyone who can do it? Any of you are
ye-
able to?
yes, 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 yes. I can do it.
Okay,
I
so I
can do
will.
it.
Perfect. Then I would like for, if it's possible for the next class, if you can make a little, like a little piece of editing. It can be whatever. It can be. It doesn't mean it's not necessary to be a full story, but just someone maybe running or playing, I don't know, football, or any kind of play, or someone doing, like this man painting, or someone cooking, or I don't know, just 3 or 4 clips together, and make a transition between clips as I done here. So do you think is that possible? Or for any of you for the next week, so I can see, because all these.
yeah, hi, Clara. Thank you so much. The class has really been interesting. I think everything is more clearer now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so maybe we could have a test. Yes, like an assignment, take home, then we do our practice and send back to you. I don't know about that. But yeah, I also think you were asking if there is anyone that can do the video editing. Actually, Esther has been on the training, so she has a clue of that. And then you can, yeah, of course, she can actually do something on that if you need it urgently. And I will also try.
Yeah, the point here is it's important to practice, So
Yes,
do
yes,
the
yes.
practice,
Sure, we're gonna
because I can, like now I'm talking and, explaining everything, but when you sit down and, try yourself and you find yourself with problems and say, oh, where was this? Where was that? Okay. So is where, everything,
becomes more
it's more,
clearer.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
becomes more clear. So yeah, if any of you can do it, that would be perfect. So I can, for the next week, I can have a look of what you done. We can
All
export
right.
the file and you can share the file with me and with the class. Okay.
Oh,
And
okay, that's fine.
I'm also sending you through the email this presentation. Okay.
All right, thank
The
you.
presentation, because the other day I never send it actually.
Yeah,
So I'm going to add some of the things so just give me some time, okay? We can send it to you tomorrow, but
all
I'm
right.
sending you for sure. So I can
All
add
right.
what we see today. So you can
Oh,
have, all the steps to
yeah,
follow, create
okay.
that that editing. Okay?
Oh, all right, all right, thank you.
Is that fine?
Sure, it's fine, it's fine. That's perfect.
Okay. So I think it's time to finish.
Yeah,